Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is a tropical iced tea from my local Chinese supermarket. Pretty tasty. And last weekend at the US Nationals over in America, very shockingly, yellow Katakuri managed to make top 8, which is incredible. Congratulations to Jimbei TCG. His X will be linked in the video description if you want to go and follow him. Check out his matchups from the Nationals. And this is his exact list that he played to the top 8 finish at the US Nationals. So I've not played Katakuri in a while and wasn't expecting him to do well this weekend, but always thrilled to see his unexpected leaders doing really well. So I'm going to go over the full list as a result, because it's been a while since we played this guy. So Katakuri's leader effect, if you're not familiar, because he's not really been relevant for a while, is when you have 1 Don on him, when you attack, you can look at someone's life, either move it to the top or the bottom, and then he gains 1000 power. Getting to just swing 7 for 1 Don has always been a good effect, and that extra bit of knowledge you gain gives you sort of more scope to either look at your own life to stack annoying triggers, like beige or zero cost to the bottom, leave trigger bodies like Kikunojo or Pero at the top, and then you can more aggressively take your life if you really want those bodies on the board. And also look at your opponent's life to sort of control what they're going to be getting. On their next turn, if there's a particular card that you really don't want them to have, well, you can just put it to the bottom if you see it. So this does give you quite a lot of versatility in how you use it. A lot of the time you will be looking at your own, because stacking your own triggers is usually more relevant. But if you already know what's on top of yours, or you just really need your opponent not to have something important, well, that's pretty nice that you can look at theirs. We're playing a lot of the classic yellow cards. Kikunojo and Hawkins are both here. They're everywhere. They're here, they're everywhere. Broken forecasts, really annoying effect. Your opponent doesn't want to deal with them. And that's what you need, because Katakuri in the past has kind of struggling to control decks that can just remove his stuff. But do you want to remove Kiki? Do you want to remove Hawkins? Nah, not really. And in the same vein, do you want to remove Kuma? Again, not really. It's shockingly another yellow deck that plays Kuma. Who could have thought? The card's just very good. There's nothing better to do on 6 or 7 in yellow, just in general. Kuma is just so efficient. And the fact he has counter is incredible. Got the Nami. This is really good into a lot of decks, but especially into Rayleigh, this is very important from my early testing. Just removing that Luffy that they play on 4 on your 5 Don turn, it just feels so good. If you're able to control their board, the matchup's not too crazy. It's if you can't find any sort of removal, but we do also have the Zeus for a bit of removal. Does cost you a life, but we have 5, so it's not so bad. Between the Zeus and the Nami, we have a good amount of removal in this deck. For our top end, obviously, we've got 4 Linens and 1 random kid. Haven't had this come up too much because it's a one-off. But he does enable you to stay aggressive, especially on a 9 Don turn. This is really nice, because you can drop him and still use your leader effect. Tenmum is still just insane. It's definitely less powerful than it used to be, but this is just a crazy card. If your opponent can't remove it, you've removed their life, healed, and you got a 10-12. I mean, you don't need me to tell you how good this is. Into decks like Shanks especially, this is just nuts. Because they can't deal with this card, and they just hate the effect. Into Shanks, this is an absolute all-star. Lost all the tech pieces, got 3 of the Brule, it's a trigger, it's a Big Mom Pirates, and we are playing the Pudding Searcher. I will say I think the Pudding Searcher whiffs, quite a lot. There's only sort of 20-odd Big Mom Pirates cards in this deck. So I'd honestly be tempted to try without this. But it is extra search for particularly your Big Mom. This is really the only card you're trying to target with this. We also have 8 Big Mom 2Ks. Zeus being searchable is pretty cool. And the Brule is fine. Gives you a bit of knowledge for free. Last 2K's beige, because if you see him with your leader effect. Well, he goes to the bottom, and that can just be game winning. And the final card on the list is 4 of the Onami. Banish is just very good. If you're on odds, you dump this on 2, you're swinging 7 Banish. You're getting 2 cards out of them on your 3 Don turn when you don't really have anything else to do, other than Pero if you really want to. Against UP Luffy, I like to take second, and if you can play this on 4 and swing 8 Banish, well, if they don't have a Don open and Gear 2 in their hand, which if they went first, they probably don't, just 8 Banish is so good, because the chance of them having 2k, 1k in their hand is kind of low, and even if they do, well, they've just given you 2 cards, and then on the next turn, maybe you can go a 7 and play at a 4 cost, or maybe you can go with another Banish. The world's your oyster, but this is really, really nice early on, and the trigger is another KO trigger into decks like Rayleigh that don't like dealing with things like this. So that's Katakuri. So far, I've been finding UP a little tricky. If you can get second from them, I think it's pretty good. But having to go first into UP just feels really not amazing. Your going first is curve into UP is significantly weaker, because you don't really get to do the early banish. And like on 5, sure, you can drop a Hawkins swing 7, but they're probably going to have a 2k by then. And the Hawkins just being 5k sucks, and the Kiku 6k, which is great. But they can just kind of remove this and give you the heal. It's not the end of the world for them with like a God Thread. So I really do like second into UP. I've been pretty positive going second, but not very positive going first. Bonnie is pretty unwinnable. You just can't really deal with Kid efficiently. Your big mums get removed by like the 9 shanks, which sucks. And yeah, ACOS Kid is, you just don't have power down. We don't have removal for that. If you want to play 8 cat, you could. But you've still got to combo it with the Zeus to remove their Chi that's protecting the Kid. And then you've got 8 cat. And then you still got to hope they don't have another one. It's not great. But other than that, this deck feels pretty reasonable into most matchups. It's just another yellow deck. It's a different flavour of yellow. We've covered Enel on the channel. I covered Kid. Katakuri is just slightly more aggressive than both of those, which is pretty nice this format. Is he the best yellow deck? I'm not sure. I think personally I quite like the aggro build of Enel. I was quite enjoying that one. But Katakuri, definitely no slouch, and we'll be interested to see if he continues to top after this weekend, or if this is just a flash in the pan. So we saw that with Vegapunk right at the start. There was a Vegapunk top. We've not seen any since. So I'll be interested to see if more people can top with Kata, or if now that it's a known quantity, maybe Enel gets favoured over him. We'll have to see. But either way, this is a lot of fun. If you like yellow, give Kata a go. It might be your jam. Going into Rayleigh, I'm going to take second off him for sure. I love the Nami. The Nami's great. Yeah, we can go like Pro swing 7 into Nami swing 7. This seems pretty good. We've even got like A2k, which is okay. Nami, very nice. Luffy, as it should be. Yeah, having the Nami just guarantee the removal on this is great. Kuma's a lovely follow-up as well, potentially for 8 on turn. And I might even play the Kiku over the Peros Pero. We'll have to see about that. But for now, we're just going to pass because no pudding. I will say the pudding's been feeling a bit mid. It doesn't really search very much. So this could be a number of things, right? If this is just a 3 cost, like a Sanji, then I don't mind just countering this one though. We'll just give him the beige, because this could easily be more. Okay, it looks like it's just going to be 5 again. That's fine. Mole pistol, sure. Shows us the mole pistol and the armament haki. Yep, going to buff up to 5. We'll take this one. No trigger on that. So do we want to play the Kiku or the Peros Pero and swing 7? Well, if we play the Kiku, we'll probably swing into the Nami. I don't hate that. Yeah, I don't hate. He's not going to Mulgun this turn, so it doesn't really matter, right? Next turn, what are we doing? Probably, it's going to be Nami, right, next turn. Let's go here. The on-KO is just too good, right? The on-KO is really, really powerful. I want to defend out fairly aggressively here, so that we can potentially get the draw with the Nami, just to get that extra bit of value. So yeah, we're expecting at least 5 from this. Yep, shows us the Mulgun and the armament haki again. Plays out the 3-cost Sanji, very, very good. Okay, so we're looking at 6-6 by the looks of it. Yeah, we'll counter out of this one. Is he not going to pop the boa? That's a little wild, not popping the boa. I was expecting him to pop it. I think regardless, I'm still going to aggressively counter out. Because then we can get the draw with the Nami still, right? We can get the draw with the Nami. I'm very surprised this didn't... Yeah, a little surprised by that. Although I suppose if we attack here, right? Our Kiku's not actually going to be online. So we could take it out. But again, I'm kind of fine with that. I'm kind of fine with that. The fact he didn't get the... Yeah, because if he swung 8, we'd have had to take it, and we wouldn't get the draw with the Nami, so... It swings and roundabouts, right? Let's look at ours. Sure. We can maybe trash that with the Kuma. I'm not excited about that card very much. We'll go with the Nami, get rid of the 0 cost, blow up Luffy, and turn. Yeah, next turn's going to be a Kuma turn, so I don't mind even potentially taking 2 swings here. He may well just choose to try to get rid of his Kikunojo now before the healing's online, though. which I think is fine for us. Looking for his second Luffy. Observation Haki, that can keep him digging. He should see it. He should see it. Yeah, there's the observation. What did he get off the boa? I forget. I can't find it. Oh, there's another mole gun. I don't really care about the mole guns. Gets an armament. Yeah, 8 to 6, it's fine. We don't get the on KO. It is what it is. Truly it is. Yeah, we'll take that one. That's fine. And then this is 5. I don't know. I'm expecting a Luffy, but I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have it. Maybe he doesn't have it. I guess he can mole pistol the Nami, but it's not that great. Zoro, sure. How eager am I to go down to 2? We got healing for the next 2 turns. I think we're okay with this. I'll use that. We don't need 2 of him. Stitch the Hawkins. Get him out. Get him out. Okay, 0 cost is pretty nice. Can't lie. So this is Conqueror's Haki, right? What do we want rid of more? The Sanji, I guess. So we can go 6, 7. He can defend the Zoro with the Conqueror's Haki. If we do that. Or we can go 5. He defends the Sanji. We can still take out the Sanji. He just gets to keep the Zoro regardless, I think. Miss sequence here. Want to attack this first because this draws a card. Sure. I'll put it on the bottom. Yeah, I should have put the Don here first. Silly. But he can conquer us out if he wants. And we're just going to take out the Sanji with the Nami. Okay, gives us 2 cards. I'll take that. Very much so, I'll take that. Get rid of this. Kuma, get rid of this. Pass it up. I'll definitely take getting 2 cards. I was surprised he didn't... Maybe he didn't have it, but why would you keep 1 Don open if you didn't have the Conquerors? You'd have been better off just swinging like 7 with the Zoro, right? Yeah, and if he mole guns Akuma, cool. You know? It's like kind of fine. Okay, the Weenie Army's coming. I don't love the Weenie Army. It's not ideal. We might be about to get run out the game a bit by these little guys. There's the Conqueror's Haki. Really nice ult art, that one. Really, really nice. Should make my head a little smaller, I think. Yeah, that'll do. 7 to 5, absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And what's this? Bolgun Armament Haki, incredible. How big is this? 6. These came down this turn. What would this be? Like a 2-cost Sanji, maybe? And then swing 6. Keep on up for Conqueror's Haki, swing 7. Probably that. So I'm going to give the Brule. And then we'll take the 7. Yeah. Another Kuma's cool. I do like another Kuma. He's got 1 open for the Conquerors, as he probably should. Let's go 5 to Zoro. I think we're just going to go 7 to Zoro. He can conquer us out, but again, it burns the event, right? He's using something at least. And then we'll go the Big Mom. Game 1, trash his, pass it over. King Kong Gatling's a pretty nice trigger, actually, right? Yeah. Not the most relevant, but it's okay. Getting rid of that, always good. We've got the Kuma for next turn. We're slowly accumulating a bit of counter, and then this character is just enormous, which is great. He's not seen any more of them Luffy's, but he's getting pretty low on card draw. I believe he has 2 mole guns and an armament in his hand, right? Yeah, that's fine. No trigger. The fact that we've got, like, no triggers at all this game is kind of wild, by the way. We got, what, like, the Hawkins trigger? Yeah, that's about it. That is about it. 8. Now we should cancel this one. I don't love this. I don't love this situation. Not at all. If we take this... oh, he's done his buff. He's done his buff. We can put like 3 Don here, swing 5. Let's swing like 7. We need to set up to win in 2 turns. Any of these slash? No, none of them are slash. We need to set up to win in 2 turns. I think we're allowed to take this, so long as we don't go to 0. As long as we don't die. And we know there's a Brûlée last life, right? There's a Brûlée there as well, I guess. But, I mean, I may as well. We'll look at his... It's an observation hockey. I'm going to put that on bottom, because that's a brick. That's good to know about. Yeah, I don't mind going to 0, because we can heal back to 1 with Kuma. And we've got, like, quite a lot of counter in hand now. 10, yeah, sure. Now, we use the trigger. That's a nice one. We knew it was there, though. It's no big secret. We knew it was there. So we can either play board. We probably are playing board at least a little bit. Would we want to go with the 10 man? Probably. Probably. It's probably better than Kuma. Because there's nothing I want to do alongside the Kuma, is the thing. And the Kuma is 1,000 counter, and it's another card that we'd have to trash. Whereas we can just play the 10 man. Like, 5, 7, 12 is... I mean, you have to defend a 5 and a 7 into a buggy, which I don't think is happening. I expect he'll very much let this just go. Yeah. And then we'll go 7 to 5 into the Zoro. I think we should be good here, because he needs a rush unit, and we've got a lot of counter in hand. We'll go 12. Game 1, trash 1, pass it over. We've got 1 life, we've got a blocker. I don't see a way for him to win. We've got a lot of counter in hand. No bricks. And this could be another trigger. Who knows? Who knows? One thing that we obviously do have to be very careful of is unblockable. We need to use our blocker, like, fairly aggressively, so that we don't get done by that. Almond Haki, Gum Gum, Mole Gun, sure. It's the same cards again. I still believe there's another Mole Gun in here. I guess he could use that to pop the Brûlée, but that's 4 Don gone. That's 4 Don gone. And we can, again, go to 0. If he doesn't develop board, we can just go to 0 again, because we've got another Kuma. Yeah, there's Mole Gun, our Brûlée. Should have probably put the -5 on something else, right? Didn't need to put the -5 on the Brûlée. Definitely not. Is it likely he'd want to swing into the Kuma or the Linden? This is just... Yeah, we can take this. This is smaller. That was an odd sequence. Oh, I guess they're the same, right? Sure. Fair enough. I did forget slightly about the Almond Haki. But, I mean, regardless, we have so much counter. It's not even close. Yeah. And if he had decided to leave a bunch of Dons up for, like, the Rad Beam, well, we can just heal again. We just heal again with Kuma. I'll take that. I thought that would be a lot tougher. I mean, he did whiff the second Luffy, right? He whiffed the second Luffy. We saw Nami on curve. That was pretty big. No, happy with that one. Just the healing. When they sort of get you down low, if they don't have... Because he invested a lot into aggression rather than developing board. Maybe he wasn't able to. We'll never know. But the fact that we could just heal once per turn with like the Kuma into the Linden, into another Linden, was really good. Who knew? Tenmon's a good card. Oh goodness, we've got a mirror. I think I'm going to try taking second. I like Peros into Nami. I do. I like that. I think I like that. He's going to do a big swing on 3, most likely. 2 Tenmons is good. Maybe 2... I don't know. We'll see. Okay, does it the banish? Do we want to counter out of this one? I think I do. Yeah, Pearl's Pro into Kikanojo is still pretty good. Get the beige there is nice. We'll go look at... What do I want to look at more? Mine or... look at mine. Nah, that's okay on 8. And is it okay on 8? We'll leave it on top. We'll leave it on top. He'll probably take this one. Yeah, no triggers though is nice. We'll go the Peros Power and pass it over. We've got a guy, if he does another banish, that one will go through. There's nothing we can do about that. I'm expecting either Kikanojo or Hawkins here for 4. And then, whoa, yo, he's cooking, he's cooking. He's got the ass. So, okay, so maybe we're going to see 5, 7 here. That could be pretty interesting if we do. We are on account of this beige. I do kind of like staying nice and healthy in this matchup. Go down to 3. Yeah, because we don't have Kuma, so we probably need to protect this life. And then we'll obviously take the 7. We know it's a kid, it's nothing crazy, but it's all good. Also, not going to 3 means that if he gets like, he was to get like a Kikinojo trigger, that's not going to be life, so it's kind of fine. He looked at ours and moved it to the bottom. That was the kid, right? Well, I guess we've got the Kuma for 8. Do I want to do Kuma this turn? Probably not. I think I do want to go with the Kiku. We'll go 6 Perospero, 7 leader Kiku. I think I like that. Get a 2k here if he has one. I'd imagine he will. Yeah, there's the beige. Very nice. Go this. We know there's a kid at the bottom. I kind of don't want there to be a kid at the bottom. Let's look at mine. How much do I want to draw this soon? Not overly. It's okay for the effect. We can leave it on top. It's okay. Yeah, the kid being at the bottom is fine. We're not gonna... Okay, you've got a brulee. Just listen up, brulee. He left it on top. Yeah, he's fine with that. We'll go with the Kiku and then pass it up. I think the Onamis are going to be good for putting on our Lin later on, which is the reason I'm not, like, overly worried about going for the banish early. So if you could put the banish on the Lin, it's just going through, right? It's just going through. Now he's on 7, can go with Kuma of his own, does go with Kuma of his own, ditching that Hawkins that we saw earlier. 7, he goes into Perospero, that's fine, we'll let it go. Whiff on the search, that kind of sucks, but what can you do? It's only a top 3 search after all, that's a terrible draw. We'll bin that off with Kuma for sure. That's a line. We're going to go 7-7 here, and then play out the Kuma. Ditch the Perospero. It's all good, and then from here, we're just going to be spamming 10-1 for a bit. Let's give us 2k, 1k there. We know this is still the Brulee, right? Yeah, this is still the Brulee, so let's look at his. I don't really care if he has that, so we'll leave that on the top. Don't mind him having the Zeus, that's all good. Then we will go with the Kuma, ditch the Perospero, get the heal, pass it over. We're back to 5, he's at 3. Our hand is not very big, but we've got the Linlins. Excuse me. 7-6, yeah, that will go through, but we'll get the heal, we'll go up to 6. This is bizarre, you know, this is bizarre. He's looked at ours. He thinks that looking at ours is the most important thing, clearly. He leaves it at the top, we'll take. We'll go with the Zeus's. Yeah, okay, he's trashed a Brulee, that's fine. I'm just going to keep up aggression. I'm just going to keep up aggression at this point. That'll give us a 1k there. We'll go 7. It's going to take, no trigger, lovely. Get rid of a no nami. I mean, it's not the biggest trigger in the world, given that we don't have any 5 costs, but I'll take it. I want to keep this. We're going to lose this Kuma if he wants to attack it. So I think we defend the 5 of the Hawkins. Because, yeah, we can take this. If he wants to attack, wherever this kid attacks, like, it's going through, right? It's just going through. Yep, sure. No problem. We may as well. I'm actually going to look at his, because it's pretty good. Oh, okay. Right. That's good to know. Okay, that's good to know. I don't think he knows that either. Sacks off our Brulee again. Milled 2 Brulees with those life trashes. That's not ideal. So if we go with the Linlin, go back to 3. He's 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. This is just always going through. You'd need all of them to go through. How much count do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7. With the odds of... We know the last one's a brick. The odds are pretty good. The odds are pretty good. He has to counter this 7. Otherwise, he literally just loses. Unless it's a trigger. We don't know that just yet. I think we might be just better off going for I don't know. With 5 cards and... Yeah, because we need to trash this or banish it. Okay, he takes that. Can he really counter a 12? So if we give this banish... I think we just go with this. It's very safe. It's very safe, right? Like, either he loses immediately, which I think is very, very likely, or he's still going to go for a pretty dodgy lethal, right? With us at 3 lives. Yeah, he didn't have it. Definitely should have countered that 7. That was incredibly greedy to and take that 7. Yeah, because he definitely could have countered it. He either had the 2k, 1k, or he had the 0 cost. Yeah, it was a greedy take, I think. What do we have in here? Nothing great, just a couple of 1ks. Would we have lost on the clampback on it? Maybe, I don't know, I haven't done the math. But after he took the 7, it's like, yeah, because we can trash the 0 cost as we knew it was there. Because the Brûlée trigger, that was pretty cool. Well played to the Katakuri mirror. Not a matchup I thought I'd be getting when I logged in today. Got to go into UP Luffy. I'm going to be taking second. I kind of like the nami on 4. Especially if he doesn't leave Dons open. Kikunojo is solid. Kuma's okay. I think we'll keep this one. He mulligans as well. Let's go with the pudding. Honestly, I don't really like this. I'm just going to take the 2k. Pass it over. He's going to swing 6. I'm going to counter out. Give the Brûlée. Does go with Zoro. That's nice because that means this banish is quite likely to go through. And I'm going to look at his... do I want to banish this? Not really. You can have that on the bottom. That's okay. Cool. We go with a 2k instead of a 1k. What a treat. He's going to ramp up with this. He's going to ramp up something else. Could be a God Thread. Could be, I don't know, a Mr. 2. Not that Mr. 2 that's in his life, but it could be another one. Next turn, we're probably just going Kiku swing 8. Seems reasonable. Yep, he limp swings with that. 6 to 5. Okay, so this can be... If this is God Thread Bargwa, he gets the triple ramp, which is pretty obnoxious. It is. It is. I think I'm going to counter it again. It's Bargwa. We know it's definitely Bargwa. Which means there's no point attacking. Unless we want to swing really big. And not play Kiku. I think he'll let this through. If he Bargwas now, we can hit him down to 1 pretty easily. And forgo the Kiku. Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here, though. No Bargwa for you. No Bargwa. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Stinky Luffy's here. Stinky Luffy. He can trash 1, boop our Kiku, and give it on to his leader. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, dear. Sure. I'm going to look at my own. I don't really think much of that. I'll leave it on top, I guess. Yeah. That's frustrating. That is frustrating that he just has the perfect one there. Now we just can't play this. This card is useless now. Which again is not great. I guess we Kuma, right? I want to know everything about his life. I want him to have that less than the Bonklay. Is it the gear 2? Okay. This guy's kind of cooking, I can't lie. We're kind of getting cooked. Well, again, we've kind of got to our Tendon turn fairly safely. We can Big Mum next turn. Gum Gum Giant. Just gets infinite counter from here on out. Ditch the Veggie. Take this. He's low on cards, though. Got another Kuma. I can't actually remove this. No, I can only remove that. That's not very good, you know? That's really not very good. If we Kuma again. I think I want to just get the Big Mum down, though, because if he doesn't have Red Rock, he's in a really bad spot. Also, if he doesn't have a counter for this 7, he's in a bad spot. Okay, he does have Luther Hatch. The fact that this Luffy's just here just makes it so difficult, because I can't play the Kinojo at all. So I think I'm going to do that. If I'd had the knowledge that he was going to counter the 8, I would have obviously left the Nami on top, because we'd much rather trust the Nami than the Bonclay. But I sort of thought he would take that 8 on that one turn. He did have the event to counter out of it, but... yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not. We'll see what he gets here off his leader effect and his, yeah. See what happens here. I don't think he'd take out the Kuma. I think he'd just keep aggressing face. But we can heal again next turn with another Kuma. And we have the perfect ditch target in the Kikinojo, which is always good. From there we go like something like 8-8, see what happens. And then if he does counter those, we can ram the 12 into the Luffy maybe. It's an option. It's an option. We'll keep thinking. Keep deep in the tank. Got a nice little bit of counter as well, so we can probably counter at least his leader swing. I don't mind going down to 2. I really don't want to go down to 1 here, because we are going to go back to 3 if we can stick at 2, which is good. Again, I don't think he'll take out the Kuma. If he will, then that's kind of fine. Gear 2. We know he's a giant as well, right? Yeah, he still is a giant, and still is a gear 2. It's a lot of counter, but he has to leave Dons open for those. 6, yeah, definitely not. I'll give up the Brulee. 8, yeah, we'll take that one. I mean, if it's going to come up for trigger, that's not too bad, you know? It's not too bad. At least gets one swing before it gets booped back to hand. Yeah, sure. Ah, that would have been a nice one to put at the bottom. Rosie. This is Bagua. Nami, yeah. There's the goon squads here. The goon squad is here. If we go Nami, we can remove all of them. We will lose a lot of our counter, though. We'll go down... we'll be at 2. This then wouldn't get to swing. This probably just removes the blocker. I don't think he'd go to 0. Let's go 6. See what he does with a 6. Okay. Let's go 8. We know he has the giant, right? We know he's the giant. At least we force it out. We know he's the gear 2 as well. So we swing 9 here. 9's pretty good. Could go 9, 12, blow up the Rosie. I think that's reasonable. You know, this last one is a Nami. Let's look at ours. Yeah, not particularly excited about that, but we'll leave it on top, I guess. Did his math wrong a little bit there. So we actually win. Yeah, we do win off that. Unless he literally didn't have any counter in his hand, in which case I guess we would have won regardless. No? No, because he could have blocked that one. Would he have, though? Probably, yeah. I'm going to choose to take advantage of it because I'm a dirty player. And then we will win, yeah. To be fair, he didn't have any more counter. So he actually had to block that one. Yeah, he had to block that one. Then we have a 12k. So we could have just swung 12, played Kuma. Or swung maybe even 13 into Mihawk. And cleared the Rosie. I think we're good there, yeah. Yeah, because if he blocks the 8 there from the kata, I just assumed he had more counter, but yeah, I guess he did have a couple of bricks there, you know. Not too bad, we'll take that one. Go second into Zoro. Don't mind just swinging Banish, you know. I really don't mind it. I would like to see some sort of removal. The Nami would be great. The 5-cost Nami. We do have a Pudding. Doesn't really search a lot, though. Much do I hate just going like big banish, big banish. If we don't play characters, he can't actually get that much value. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I'm interested to see how much the banish just annoys him, right? Because Zoro doesn't love giving up like that many 2Ks. On 4, if we swing 8 banish, he's not gonna love that. He's not gonna love that. So let's give this a go. Let's give this a go. See how it goes. If he plays out a bunch of Koshiros, that'll be maybe a touch annoying. So here we are. And the nice thing is, even if he does play Hiyori on 1, we've got the pudding on 2. So the pudding can battle the Hiyori. Brulee is fine. We'll deploy this. Nothing to take there. It's a little bit of a shame. But here we are. The pudding does whiff a little more than I'd like it to. There's not that many Big Mom Pirates targets in the deck anymore. But it is what it is. She's there to battle Hiyori, or even Karina, if Karina wants to come down later on. So if we like play an army and then he responds with a Karina, well, the pudding can battle the Karina, I guess. Opponent does eventually draw for turn. Just going to swing 6. We don't have a 2K, so let's take this one. And definitely no trigger on that. That's a great card to see, though. He does go with the Koshiro. Okay. If he's going with the Koshiro, I don't really value the Brulee. If we do the banish, he's likely to block, which will mean that our Nami is free to blow up with her replays on 5. Unless it's Cavendish Koshiro. But I think this is still the best line. We'll go 8 banish. I doubt he has and wants to give me 2 2Ks. We'll look at mine. Prospero on top is great. I'll happily have another body if he wants to swing. Indeed, as expected, does go with block. But now if he plays Toshigi or Cavendish, we at least have like an answer, right? We have an answer. 7, I'm still not counting this. I don't have any 2Ks, sadly. But I will use this trigger. We'll ditch one of the... Let me think about this. So 6 Don, we're going to play the Nami. 8 Don, don't really have a play for that turn. Maybe we'll play out a blocker. Yeah, not really sure what I want to do after on 8. Then we're going to be going on Big Mum turns. We might need 2 Big Mums, actually. We might need 2. Let's ditch one of the Brulees. Ditch a Brulee. Get a nice little Perospero going. If he takes him out, we can hopefully look to try and find a 2K eventually. That'd be lovely. So this turn is pretty simple. We're going to blow up his Cavendish. There's another Onami. I don't need all these Onamis. We'll go 5 leader with the Perospero. We'll go 7 leader with leader. And then we will blow up the Cavendish with the Onami. Or Nami, whatever this one is. Takes the 5. I'll take that. Let's go for 7. View my top life. Kuma could be pretty good next turn, actually, so let's leave him on top. The only ones I'd love to push to the bottom are things like Beige, cards like that. Obviously, 0 cost as well. If you see a 0 cost in there, pushing that to the bottom. Oh, chef's kiss. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. The fact that the banish forced out the Koshiro block was great for us. Especially where he didn't have a second one. Although if he had a second one, we'd be a life high, because I would have counted a 5 instead of a 7, as I'm sure you can expect. So we'll deploy this. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the draw. We do get the removal on the Cavendish, which is very important. Now, next turn, if he has something like a Toshigi, that'll be pretty good. He'll be able to swing quite large and probably just remove the Nami, leave the Perospero there, because he won't want to give us its on-KO if he doesn't have to. But the fact that the Perospero is just going to be another 5k swing is pretty good too. Next turn, we'll probably see Mihawk come down, if I had to guess. Blocker's typically pretty good into kata. So he's going to go 999, sure. Well, that's going to go through. I'll take a Zeus. Nice that that's searchable, right? And then we're going to see a resound event, I'm guessing. Yep, we'll take that. No trigger. We will have to take again. No, just passes with 3 open. Interesting. I didn't expect... Yeah, I don't know what to make about that. Did he... Yeah, I'm not watching... I'm a bit baffled. Excuse me. I can't lie. I'm a bit baffled. So we're definitely just going 6 with the Kuma. So let's go 6 with Nami. Then we'll go 7 with Leader. This just forces a 2k as well as a 2k, 1k, or an event if he wants to give us one of those. Yep, we do get the X-ray count. Very nice. And yep, we'll go attack for 6. View our life. That can go on the bottom. Don't mind that one on the bottom. Little trigger there. You love to see it. It does give us 2 cards. I'll take it. 3 2Ks there, actually. That's pretty good value. I'm happy with that one. Then we're going to go with the Kuma. I think we trash probably the Perospero. Sorry, that's not a Perospero. That's a Brulee. And then we'll pass it up. Next turn, looking potentially just like a 5, 7 Big Mum, something like that. But we'll see what he goes for here. Mihawk is expected. Yes, Mihawk is indeed here. Then we might just see a big swing here. Yep, we'll let that go, and then we will take the swing. We don't really have a great deal of counter at the minute, but we're going to keep getting more lives. If we can heal every turn, that's pretty damn good, right? No trigger there. That would have been a nice one to put to the bottom, though. I suppose if I Kuma'd first, I would have seen that. But, I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. If we Kuma first and he gets like a Luna trigger to rest our Kuma, that would have been kind of annoying. So I think we made the right call there, in all honesty. Let's just go 5. And then Big Mum. Yep, we're not going to bother swinging with the Kuma because he can just block with the Mihawk. Trashing another Mihawk is nice, though. That is good. I'm pleased with that. Because the way that he's probably going to win this is just stacking Mihawks. But the fact that we've just got rid of one is lovely. Prona takes Tashigi, plays down Tashigi. What a treat. Yes, that one. And he just leaves. That's a shame. That's a shame. We had a patient there. Yeah, with the Brulee at the bottom. What was our second card? I think it's a Perospero. Yeah, we're going to get another Perospero in life. It's just really annoying. It's another yellow deck. They're just healed. If he drew more restand events, he has a chance to aggro us down early. But because we're 5 life yellow, it's like pretty good. The Kuma's such a good card, man. I love this guy. We'll play to our opponent. Probably one of our better matchups. Let's move on. Gonna go into Nami. Not sure what I prefer in this matchup. I think I kind of like first, honestly. But they like second. I'm going to take second off him. We quite like that Nami. It's pretty decent. Kuma's always okay on like 8. Nami's okay on 6. Yeah, we could probably keep this. Yeah, I don't mind keeping that. Don't mind keeping that. But yeah, Nami's not too crazy though, right? It's not too crazy. Because when he gets to swing 8, just like 2 cards out of him. Sengoku. Trafalgar Law. Okay. We've got another Nami. And we'll pass it up. Wouldn't be surprised to just see like a 7 here and then play out the Law. No, we're going 5-5. Okay. I think we want to counter both of these, because then the 8's actually kind of annoying. It's only counter 1. I think I do want to counter both, because then the Nami is like pretty live next in 2 turns time as well. So we'll ditch the Zeus here. Cause I want the Onami. I want the Nami. I think I want all these cards. The beige just has a trigger, so we can definitely ditch it with the Nami in a couple of turns. We'll go for the little 8 banish. We'll look at our own. You can stay on top. Cool, we get rid of a 2k. That's an interesting 2k to be playing. I guess it's searchable, right? 6 to 5. And then 4 for something. I think we can let this go through. We're going to play out the Nami, just blow up. Okay, just pudding, sure. Well, I can still Nami. Blowing up the pudding doesn't feel very worthwhile, though. So we can go 7-8. It's not great. That was a really random pudding. Pudding does from 5 to 5, right? That was odd. And he's actually putting us into a bunch of 10 mums. Got rid of our Kumas, though. Let's go 7-8. I don't really want to play the Nami, just lose a 0 cost and blow up the pudding. It doesn't really do anything, you know? Absolutely on the top. That's a great one to see. That's a... yeah. Sure. I don't know what to make of that. I'm guessing he's going to Kuma here, right? Yeah, here's the Kuma. I think we're going to take this. Yeah, and use the trigger. Just get the extra guy down, right? Just leaves. Look at that. Look at these puddings, bro. Look at these puddings. All 4 puddings. That is hilarious. Yeah, this is a much more heavier Warlords build. He's got Weevil in there as well. He's got the Odin. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think he needed to leave there. That was kind of cringe. But how is this game's never over? You know? Like, we're going to have joining another fucking 10-man, by the way. That's a terrible draw. Like, we literally have nothing to do, so we're just swinging big. He's putting this out of all of our good cards, our Kumas. Well played to our opponent, although leaving there is kind of lame. Gonna get into UP Luffy. I'm gonna be taking second. It's okay. Not in love with it. I'm not in love with it. We've got to have a good amount of 2Ks though. 2Ks are nice. Let's keep. Let's keep. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. We don't really need that much in this matchup. It'd be nice to find something to play on 6 that's not Kuma, because Kuma obviously costs 6, and then we can't swing the lead. So having something to play, be it like a Nami to blow up his cards, I don't know, like a Basil Hawkins, a Kikinojo, all pretty good. Let's go with the pudding. These whiff way too much for my liking. But on this occasion, we do get Pero, so it's at least something. Do I really want to play that on 4? Not too much. But it could be worth. We'll see what he does on 3. Expecting maybe a gear 2 if he has one. But that would be nice, just to see the gear 2 gone. It's pretty cool. Definitely going to counter out this one. We'll give the beige. I like to say healthy early because their swings just get silly big. Zoro during. Okay. Well, I don't mind playing the Perospero right now. We can go the Hawkins on 6. And then still go 6-7. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Let's see if there's a 2K. We'll look at Oz. Kikinojo. That is a brilliant trigger. That is incredible. He's got a... See if he has a 2K, right? 2K check. Sometimes they just don't have a 2K in their hand. And then you get like a little swing through for free, which is lovely. Really, really good. Takes it. Great. Okay, the ramp's less great. So it's going to be on 6. I'm going to go 7. Oh my god. The triple ramp out of life is so gross. Maybe we should have looked at his. If we looked at his, we'd have got to get rid of it. No, I don't know. I don't know. I like looking at mine, right? Because if we see like a beige or a 0 cost, great, let's tuck it. If we see the trigger, we leave it there. But yeah, I guess he does have like exactly like 3 cards that run usually. So that's pretty annoying. What you do, it is what it is. We'll see. I think that will help him here, but he is going to be fairly low on cards at least, which is something. And you never know, maybe he doesn't have another ramp option. Maybe not. 5, I'm probably going to play this Basil next turn. I think I'll counter one of these. These are both useless. Just do that. And then, yeah, we'll take whatever this leader swing is, obviously, because we want to trigger out the Kikinojo. He's never going to not swing with it. Yeah. Right. If he wants to God Thread and blow up our Kiku, sure. 3 don't open. What a time to be alive. So it's definitely going to be Hawkins' turn. If we can swing 8, 6, 8, that'd be great. Let's just swing 5 into the Zorojiro. I kind of doubt he keeps this. It would be a bit weird. You don't really need this anymore. Now that they're not doing like the Don minus thing, it loses even more value than it lost in the past. Could just swing really big with these. Is it worth it to play out this Hawkins? It's only another 5k. 5k sucks, man. It sucks so much. But he's not going to want to take it out, and it can just swing 6 next turn. Next turn, if we're on 8, we're probably Kumering. Would he take out the Peril Show? Probably not. Just leaves it there, maybe. I'm going to go 6-8. Even if this eats a 1k and a gear 2, that's still kind of okay. It's still kind of okay. Get a pudding out. Sure. Let's look at ours again. I'll leave it on top, I guess. I don't really want to use that trigger. I'm not excited to. We do eat the 1k in the gear too. We'll see. Our board's pretty good. We're probably... I might not even Kuma, honestly. Let's go with Usahachi stacked on top. 6 to 5. We'll... we do know this is a trigger, but... This could be a pretty good turn to just go big swings if he doesn't have many DOMs open. Yeah, let's do it. Could just do like a bunch of 6s. Okay, it's just a Mihawk. Bottom's my Kiku. Slightly frustrating, but it's okay. Yeah, I think we forego the Kuma and just try and get as much damage through as possible this turn. Yeah, because he's only got 1 Don open. He's going to have way more Dons next turn. So we can go like 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8. I like 7. I like 7. But we can go... No, 6 and 8 is probably better. Let's go 6 with this. He's only got 4 cards, right? He's very, very low on cards. We know one of them is a 2k already guaranteed, which is good to know. Go like 6, 6 first. Is the Frenos case? We know he has 1 more 2k in the hatch. Let's go 6. And then what? 8, 9. It's pretty good aggression. Tempted to go 6, 8 Brule here. I think I like that, actually. I think I like 6, 8 Brule. Because then we can probably protect most of our characters. Which will be nice. Because I think this turn he's likely to try and establish things like Nami and Rosanante. To just get more cards. And all these little annoying 6s are actually doing quite well. We know he has the Usahachi still. And he clearly has... I presume this is a giant for 1. I've got to assume it's a giant for 1. It's very tempting to swing 6 with the pudding, but no, I don't think that's correct. I'm actually gonna look at here. No, I'll look at mine. I'll continue to look at mine. Sure. There's the giant. We knew about that. Well, we expected that. Relay pass. Got like what 1, 2. Was it really only 2 cards? That's kind of depressing. We got 2 cards. We got a life. We burned a giant. Maybe he doesn't have another one. That's kind of cringe. That is kind of cringe. But if he's doing that, he's only gonna have 2 Don. He's not gonna have any blockers. So you know, it's not too bad. Maybe it's not too bad. And if he kills like our Peros, 6 to 5. Sure. No trigger. I think we've got to go for it. Do we have to go for it? I'm going to block. Because this can still be Nami block. Because he doesn't have to play that Luffy, right? Just because he's shown us the Luffy, he doesn't have to play it. And if he does play it, the best thing he can do is like... Okay, I mean, that's pretty good too. That's pretty damn good. Surprised he didn't get rid of the Hawkins, honestly. Little surprised he didn't get rid of the Hawkins. Let's go with this in Kuna. Could be okay. Let's go big swing, big swing. 9, 10, 10, 11? 10, 11 is not bad. We know one of these is a stinky Luffy. Establishing the Kuma's good though. Just poke 6 again. Yeah, I think I'm going to go 6, 9. 9 sucks though, doesn't it? Because it's just giant. It's just giant. Does he have giant in his 3 card hand? He might not. You never know. If we just hit him to 0 here. He takes out our Hawkins. Plays a blocker. We don't kill him next turn. There's no way we kill him next turn. So Zeus. Zeus 14. It's possible. It is possible. Okay. Okay, here's a Barwood, sure. At least he's very low on cards. Gonna trash the Brulee. Go back to 3. Yeah, we know this. We now know this is a giant. So that's not great. There's the Nami. We knew one of them. We expected one of them would be coming very soon. Bottoms, though, so at least there's no Sanji. He doesn't know what this card is. So he has a Nami. He has an 8-cost Luffy. Well, if he plays the Nami, he's not going to have the 8-cost Luffy anymore, is he? 8, we can counter. If we counter this one, we can't guarantee remove the Nami. So we'll take. No trigger. The banish is quite good, though. That's also quite good. This is going to be Nami. Yeah, we knew about that. We knew that was coming. So we can blow that up. It's so hard to win. It's just so hard to win. It was so much defense. It was so much. We don't have any more healing. Leave a good bit of counter. If we do this ditching, I guess we ditch the Brulee. We'll have 4. We'll have 4k at least. If we Zeus the Nami, we are giga going for it. Like, we're giga going for it. What's the odds of it getting there? Don't know. If we Zeus the Nami, we want to banish this. So we'd go like 2 for the banish on the Kuma. Probably swing 10 with the Kuma. That goes through. Then we've got like 6, 6, 8. Can he counter 6, 6, 8 with 4 cards? Probably. Very all in. Do we ever live? If we blow it up with the Nami, we keep like 2 2Ks. Say we draw like a 1K on average. He has 9 5k counters. We're never going to live. I think we've got to go for it. The only way we would live is if this is like a funny trigger. It was not a funny trigger. Ten banish. If he defends this, he's using quite a lot of cards to get out of this. And if he doesn't defend this, then we're banishing the giant, which is very important. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's yeah. Okay, he does use the giant. Did keep that Luffy, which is interesting. Let's give us the Rosie. Well, I think we're screwed now. We've got 6, 6, 8. And we know we can counter the last one. So I guess it's 6, 7, 7, right? And it just doesn't matter, does it? I think we're just screwed if he has a 1k, which he is going to have a 1k. Ah, Gum Giant, man. Maybe we shouldn't have gone all in. I don't know. Could I defend it up? I probably could have defended up a little more earlier. Yeah, this is never going through. Yeah, GG's. That'll do ya. He sees the truth. It's the stinky giant, man. Oh, I'm sick of this deck. They just have it. Oh, yeah, they anyway. Never mind. They had infinite. They just have infinite counter, man. So frustrating. But well played to our opponent. He did good. We had some good aggression. I wonder if I'm just not supposed to play the Kuma. I don't know. So thank you for watching. Let me know, what do you think of Katakuri? Are you going to be bringing Katakuri to a regional soon? I think if you can dodge Bonnie, this deck has some really decent matchups into a lot of the other common decks. Having the extra, like, Banish and Life Trash from the Tenmum is just so good into other yellow decks, and the yellow decks are fairly popular at the minute. Also, just having a strong Shanks matchup because you get to play Tenmon is great. And of course, because we are yellow and have a lot of healing with Kuma and Linlin, the Zoro matchup feels pretty winnable as well. Although I do think the Zoro matchup is slightly more difficult than it would be for something like Enel, just because you don't have the broken leader effect. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.